All right, here we are. Wow, it's been some time here, but I wanted to bring this back somewhat, just because last week I trialed it out just a bit, and I did decent with my picks. So I want to fool around with some NFL action this week. Today we're really going to talk about Week 3 plays, and just really see where we are moving forward. Right, so. Last week games minus the Thursday night game, I went above 500. I believe I was 9-7, or 8-7, one of those two, and did really well. So as we go along throughout the season, we'll really fool with some spreads or money lines and things like that, over unders. But just really want to begin just sharing these picks and just see where we are week to week. So first things first, let's get started. We're going to talk about the Carolina Panthers and the Houston Texans, the Thursday night game here. Houston is the home team. I really enjoy these Panthers. If we're talking about spread action, 8.5 is a lot, but we're just gonna go wins and losses here. So we're gonna take the Carolina Panthers. Won that win. Okay, should be pretty easy. Tyrod Taylor's out for today. Davis Mills is the starting quarterback for the Texans. So we're going to take the Panthers here. Very, very good defense. 8.5 points, like I said, is a wide spread, especially in the NFL. But we're not going to do the spreads today. We're really just going to pick the wins and losses. So we got Panthers. Next game, Cardinals and Jaguars. Cardinals are looking fantastic. They barely squeaked by last week against Minnesota. Spread is -7. But they're playing the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence hasn't looked great. We're gonna take the Cardinals on this win here. Really enjoy that. Now we have the next as a barn burner. Atlanta Falcons, New York Giants. The New York Giants are favored in this game. 2.5. Wow. Over unders at 47.5. But man, this game is not gonna be good. Matt Ryan has not looked the best. Atlanta's offense and defense has looked very poor. The New York Giants, 0-2 team here, but man, this is a tough one. New York Giants, wow, don't. This is a tough game, man. I can see it going either way. These two teams are not good at all, but let's just go with the home team. We're gonna take the New York Giants on this one. Next, Baltimore Ravens, Detroit Lions. The Lions have looked like a great offensive team, but just really haven't been able to get the job done quite well. They played two great teams, the 49ers and Packers, so far this season. But they're still young. They're rebuilding the franchise here. Baltimore looked fantastic last week against the Kansas City Chiefs. The spread is at -8 in favor of Baltimore. A very decent over-under set at 50. I really think this could go, in favor of Baltimore. If we're talking about the spread here, I would take Detroit +8, but we're gonna go with the wins and losses. So we'll have the winner of this game being Baltimore. Next up, Chicago Bears, Cleveland Browns. Once again, Cleveland is coming off a good win last week against the Texans. In the week prior, they had a tough loss against Kansas City. Chicago Bears had their first win of the season last week. But, in the end, two great defenses in my opinion. But we're going to go ahead with take Cleveland. The over-under is set at 45.5. I think this could be a very good under game to bet on if you were. But in my opinion, Cleveland Browns is going to take this game all the way. Next up, we have another divisional opponent here. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh playing against each other. Spreads at -3 in favor of Pittsburgh. Joe Burrow is hopefully letting it loose here. Jamar Chase had some interesting comments in his press conference last week, stating, it's time to let the ball fly. Right? I think that can take into account as well if you're going to be betting this over under. It's currently at 44. And this could be a high-scoring game. Pittsburgh had a tough loss last week, but they're at home, and I'm going to take Pittsburgh in this one. Colts and Titans, a divisional matchup here. Tennessee is coming off a huge win against Seattle. Very lucky comeback right here. The spread is at 5.5 in favor of Tennessee. The Colts, not great. Carson Wentz has not won, but two sprained ankles here. Colts I just don't know what the problem is with the offense. I think honestly it is a more of a Carson Wentz issue. So we'll see. Hopefully, see a new quarterback stepping on the field on Sunday. But Tennessee is just way too good. Tennessee had a rough first week, but that second week against Seattle really showed that they're a very good football team. We're gonna take Tennessee in this game. Oh, next we got another one: Kansas City Chiefs, LA Chargers. It's gonna be a very good game. Two young, great quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert here with the Chargers. It's 6.5 point spread in favor of Kansas City. Once again, if I was a betting man, I would take plus 6.5 to the Chargers. But Kansas City is at home in this game, and I'm going to put my trust into Patrick Mahomes that they're going to pull this one out. I'm going to take Kansas City. Next, we have the Saints and Patriots. Saints have not been great so far this year. New England is favored at home. -3 is the spread. But I'm really thinking the Saints can come back and win this game. They are playing a rookie quarterback, Mac Jones. Not great on the ground, in my opinion. I really think the Saints can pull this one out. I'm definitely going to take, if I was a betting man, I would take the over. It's currently set at 42. But yeah, we're gonna take the Saints in this game, and they're gonna bounce back on the road here. Washington football team and the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are fantastic. They blew out Miami last week after a tough first loss to the Steelers in Week 1. Spread's currently at 7.5 for the Bills, but in my opinion, Washington football team not great. Totally as a entire whole. They have Taylor Heineke, which looked decent against the New York Giants. But once again, Buffalo's way too strong, in my opinion, the best team in the AFC. We're going to take Buffalo Bills on this game. Next, Miami going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Here we go. Spreads at -4 in favor of the Raiders, but Miami, they're looking for a bounce back, but Tua is out. Keep that in mind. You're going to have Jacoby Brissett in the backfield leading the helm in favor of the Dolphins, but the Raiders have looked fantastic. I think they're going to jump out big in this game and start week 4. Here we go, leading into 3-0. Okay, we're going to take the Raiders in this game. Once again, New York Jets, Denver Broncos. The Broncos defense is just way too good. Way too good. They're also playing at Mile High Stadium. The spread is at -11 in favor of Denver, which is way too high in my opinion. But Zach Wilson, in my opinion, is not a great quarterback at all. He is not good. The Broncos defense is way too good. I really think Zach Wilson's going to throw a couple more interceptions in this game and not start out his rookie career the way he wants to. So we're going to take Denver in this game. Next up, Seattle and Minnesota. Minnesota is the home team. Seattle had a tough week 2 loss last week against Tennessee. The spread's currently at 1.5 in favor of the Seattle Seahawks on the road. This is going to be a very good game, in my opinion. Minnesota has not been great the first 2 weeks. I think the offense is really going to come out swinging. Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson action right there. Get Dalvin Cook more involved. But once again, Russell Wilson, DK Metcalf, and the crew are way too good, in my opinion, for this Minnesota Vikings defense. I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks on the road in this game. In my opinion, we have our game of the week coming up. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the LA Rams. LA Rams being the home team here. Tom Brady has never played in Los Angeles until now. It's going to be a tough game, but this is the toughest game of the week. Over/under is currently at 56. I would take the over if I was a betting man. Tom Brady's first quarter offense is very electric. Last week, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. But that defense is really well too for both sides. Devin White leading the helm for the Bucks, and then you have Aaron Donald and crew for the Rams. Man, this is a tough game. You put Jalen Ramsey on Gronk. I think the ground. I don't know. This is a tough game to call. -1. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take Tom Brady to go on the road and win. Tom Brady's just way too good. He is the MVP leader in my opinion right now, and we're gonna take Tampa Bay Tom. Let's go. Sunday Night Football. Green Bay Packers going on the road to San Francisco. Oh, man, this is a tough one. 49ers are favorite, 3.5 spread, over under set at 50. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to bounce back. I think the Green Bay Packers are the best team in their division. Still, even if they had that horrible Week 1 loss on the road against the Saints. But in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is going to come back, bounce back in primetime television, and defeat the San Francisco 49ers on the road against Jimmy Garoppolo. Last game of Week 3, Philly against Dallas, a divisional matchup. Dallas is favored -4 spread. If I was betting man, I'd probably take +4 to the Eagles, but the over-under currently set at 52. Dallas, I think they're very electric on the offensive side of the ball, and the Eagles have not really played anyone great that they defeated, which was Atlanta. They kind of blew them out, and Atlanta's terrible this year. And their offense really showed last week when they slowed down against the San Francisco 49ers. But Dallas at home, Jerry's World, Monday Night Football action. I really think Dallas is going to come out swinging and get this Week 3 victory against the Philadelphia Eagles. So with that being said, this is my Week 3 picks. Will I go over 500 for the week? Fingers crossed. Let's go. If you enjoyed, make sure you like the video, like the podcast. More to come soon. Appreciate y'all watching. Peace.